Katherine Ryan is here this morning. And Katherine, you know I love you, but I'm afraid it is all about little Holland this morning.
Know.
10 days old.
She is, and she's not that professional this morning, which I usually try to instill by about day 7. She's fussing a bit, but she's very happy to be here.
She is absolutely perfect. And how are you?
Really well, Christine. Thanks for asking. I think the more you have, the more they just slot into your life. I feel great. She is an easy baby usually. I think she's, you know, she perhaps wants to go into like a mathematical field, not show business.
No.
But she's so great, and I can't complain. The toddlers are well. My 16-year-old, it's like having an au pair. I would say a free one, but she's more expensive than most au pairs. We're very happy.
And it was an incredible birth. Like we say, it's your 4th baby. So, you know, you knew what to expect to a certain extent. But this was particularly, it was like, well, 45 minutes, and it was kind of sort of done?
Yeah, I've had precipitous births in the past. So we had one of them at home, one of them nearly in the car, and this one we went fancy, and I thought this would be civilized. No, 45 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But it was all good. There was champagne and sushi straight afterwards. So, I mean, you had a very enjoyable experience.
Yeah, my husband treats me very nicely. We did try to get opiates, but it was too fast for those. So he got some very fancy sushi and champagne in, and we went out with a bang. Although, never say never. I know I keep saying this is the last one, but you and I were just saying before we started, it is hard to think, oh, I'll never have a new one again.
I know, it's just when you look at them at this stage, you think it's just so precious, you know, and it's been, you know, thankfully everything's gone so well for you that you do. You're in that just the perfect bubble at this stage. I can't believe she's only 10 days old, and she's done a podcast already. She's been on your podcast.
She's been on a podcast. We're trying to get her working, as quickly as possible. Everyone in the house has to pitch in. Yeah, she's great.
She's wonderful. Like you say, all the siblings are very happy, thrilled to have an extra one in the house. Oh, she's just perfect, Katherine. More importantly now, we're talking about the housewives, Katherine. Yes. I am obsessed with, I love the Beverly Hills one.
Me
and
too.
I have to say, when the London one was sort of being spoken about, I thought, will it be a bit tame?
Yeah.
Will they be too aware of how it works and they want to be loved and liked by all of us, so maybe it'll just be a little bit too mild for me? How wrong could I have been?
I'm glad you went in thinking that, Christine, because you would have been blown away. I think the London Real Housewives is just the pinnacle of all Housewives franchises, because there are castles and all this ancestral wealth, and it's so multicultural. And you'd think these women will hold back. I mean, they are feral, but in such a interesting way. Like the posh language that comes out and some of the insults, it's like a flavor of Housewives you will never see anywhere else. And they don't hold back. They're glamorous, they're smart, they're authentic. I could not want more.
Some of the arguments are explosive.
Yeah.
To the point where, and in fact, part of your reunion show, which I thankfully had a sneaky peek of yesterday, it's out tonight, of course, but production had to step in.
Yeah.
To say, well, look, we've got to pull it back here, ladies. Like, it does get so tense.
It's amazing because these are very visceral issues to the women. I think you can see how authentic they are, how much it matters. And when you are that wealthy, you really don't care what anyone thinks. And I think it's been a long time since we've seen on television, first of all, a cast of women all over 40, which I love. But people are very calculated now. They don't want to be perceived this way or that way. These women don't care. They've got a castle to go back to, a very wealthy husband, and they have at it. But importantly, and you can watch it on Hey You, even from now, if there are no little ears around, you can wait till this evening when they're asleep. Importantly, the women are so vulnerable as well, because at the end of the day, it's a group of girlfriends. They do care about each other. So my job was to get all the receipts out and get through some of these issues, leave nothing on the table, and hopefully move these women forward as a group of friends.
Yeah. Well, interestingly, you say about little ears. We have actually got a clip that is daytime approved, just to give you a sense of what we're talking about. That is just a tiny flavour of what we're talking about. But I love you doing this, Katherine. And like I say, I'm a fan of the show, and we know Andy Cohen is so synonymous with all of these, and he's brilliant at it. But how did you feel you wanted to approach this role? Because obviously you're not going to just completely emulate and copy what Andy's done. No. You want to make it your thing.
And I think since I've been in this country for 18 years, I've stepped into arenas where I'm opposite the wonderful Sean Locke or Jimmy Carr or Jonathan Ross, or indeed now taking a chair that's usually occupied by someone so amazing as Andy Cohen. And I've learned to just never emulate. I will never be like them. I've got to come at it my own way. And I think as a true fan of the Real Housewives of London, I came into it loving the ladies, wanting to show the best of them, but also I am a wife over 40 myself. I've watched a lot of Instagram reels. I've had a lot of therapy. I thought going in almost as a therapist, not trying to fan the flames, as you can see, the flames are fanned, but just try to get to the heart of the issues and the trauma and the vulnerability of these incredible women, because...
Well, you did really well at the therapist role. That's how I felt it came across. And also you did incredibly well at just being able to give the other person's point of view to the other person. You actually got them to be quiet for a moment, to listen, which was no mean feat, I'm guessing.
Do you know what I do with toddlers is, and when I'm hosting an awards, you probably do the same. I know we do a lot of awards when we're lucky enough, is you don't shout. You can't match the volume, so you whisper. It's actually very sinister. When my sisters and I would be warring like that, my mom would say, "No, ladies, no, 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 no," and then we'd get real quiet. Say, "What's Mum saying?" So I tried to do some of that.
A bit of, yeah, that's actually very clever, isn't it?
Yeah.
And like you say, their lives are so fascinating and kind of beyond most people's touch, which is why it's so interesting to watch it. But being part of this now for you is truly exciting, isn't it?
It is event television on Hey You. It's got the glam that Strictly's got, but more.
Yeah.
It's got the backstabbing of Traitors, but more. It's an insight into this world that seems unattainable to so many of us, but the issues are very real to these women, and they're important, and you find a kinship with them, even if you don't live in a palace and you're taking a helicopter here and there to the garden party yourself. They are relatable in a funny way.
You mentioned Traitors there, and I know Alan Carr's a good friend of yours. He's been just fantastic in it. Are you as hooked on the Traitors as the Housewives as I am?
I am absolutely hooked on Traitors, and especially breastfeeding and being home with a newborn. If it's not Wednesday or Thursday, I am bereft. I wait, and I think that everyone's done such an incredible job, and Alan is so funny. And I love a show that the entire family gets.
That's it,
And Violet is on the socials watching memes about Alan and Jonathan's outfits, and she loves it just as much as we do.
Would you ever do it?
I would absolutely do it.
Would you?
Of course I would.
Oh, petrify me.
I do everything, Christine. I don't say no.
Traitor
I've got 4
faithful.
kids. I've never said no.
That's true. We're not done yet either, possibly. Isn't that right, Katherine?
I wouldn't be able to say whether I'd be a traitor or faithful.
No, you couldn't. Very good start.
Yeah.
Katherine, thanks so much.
Thank you.
I love that. Housewives Reunion, you can catch on Hey You right now. Hi there, thanks for watching our YouTube channel where we upload new videos every single day. You can click here if you're interested in this video, or head to the homepage for some more amazing content.